Memo bibi akwaba eba Melodies TV so. We are still on Ken Ofori Atta issue no. Na we international news from BBC World. This is how BBC World has reported the whole Ken Ofori Atta brouhaha. Now, what I'm going to do is may read the BBC 4 report now, and then we'll go to BBC 4 and one more timeline. And we are seeing how the world, because story we are no, the international community are reacting to it. Me who say yen Ghana for a Ken Ofori Atta trese asemba ye de na to red notice so no. Say Nigeria for kra no. Asem na say ayo mo de kra say Ghana. Okay, and say bi ayo mo de sa but ye beka say ayo mo wanwa. Because Nigeria for nsem mo can say never in the history of Nigeria BBC be to me see. Say foreign minister, finance minister, pana, afi, ye ko after finance minister, and he declare no wanted. Nigeria for say nya DBC. Na Ghana ya koye nim dodo. Ayo mo de. Say Ghana to me ye BBC. Now one day omu hope say BBC and so be see Nigeria. Now we look at the comments and everything. Now Yanken kind a BBC report. Now say Interpol issues red notice for Ghana's fugitive ex-minister. Now mind you, BBC one more BBC Pidgin. And mainly no market in Africa. And then Africa those African countries are more can Pidgin no. And then they have BBC Africa, which is mainly for Africa. Now we report we a BBC World. Inti BBC ankasa what you say. Inti and then our report here was say Interpol issues red notice for Ghana's fugitive ex-minister. Now, I say Ken Ofori Atta is said to be out of the country for medical reasons. I say Ghana's former finance minister Ken Ofori Atta has been placed on Interpol's red notice list for allegedly using public office for personal gain. Inti senia mekatre Interpol for charge our motroto using public office for personal gain. Not to say oyusu finance ministry no ena or they make sikama or no ane ho. Also, this comes after Ghanaian prosecutors declared him a wanted person as well as a fugitive from justice as he was outside the country over his alleged involvement in several corruption cases when he was in government. A red notice is not an arrest warrant but a request to police worldwide to detain someone pending extradition. Ofori Atta, who is said to be out of the country for medical reasons, has not commented on the allegations, but he has said he has been unlawfully treated. Also, the AFP news agency is quoting Frank Davis on Ofori Atta's legal team, criticizing the prosecutor's approach. It's Ken Ofori Atta ankasa de yenten nkaba lawyer, our MPP lawyer Frank Davis and our kasa. Frank Davis say, "We submitted medical records in good faith, and the office has chosen to ignore them," Mr. Davis told AFP. Also, the special prosecutor is not being sensitive to the issues at hand, especially knowing that Mr. Ofori Atta is unwell and receiving treatment. Also, the 65-year-old has been accused of causing financial losses to the state. The allegations include questions over procurement procedures in the building of a controversial national cathedral, which remains a hole in the ground despite the alleged spending of $58 million of government money. Ofori Atta's lawyers had offered to represent him, but the state prosecutor said they could not respond to criminal charges on behalf of their clients. Reporter who sued MP and won 18 million. In February, Ofori Atta appealed to the Office of the Special Prosecutor to remove his name from the wanted list and provided a definite return date in May. State Prosecutor Kisie Jabin accepted Ofori Atta's assurance and subsequently took his name off the wanted list. But in March, Ofori Atta filed a lawsuit claiming unlawful treatment and requesting removal of related content from the OSP social media platforms. Early this month, Ofori Atta was re-declared a wanted person and a fugitive from justice after failing to appear before an investigative panel. Ejabin subsequently formally initiated the red notice request, seeking international help in tracking down the former official, local media reported. I say we want him here physically, and we insist on it. A suspect in a criminal investigation does not pick and choose how the investigative body conducts its investigations, Ejabin said. In a red notice release on late Thursday, Interpol said Ofori Atta is wanted on charges of using public office for profit. He was finance minister from January 2017 to February 2024, when the new Patriotic Party was in power. The NPP lost last December's election to the National Democratic Congress. President John Mahama, who was inaugurated in January, went on to establish an investigative committee known as Operation Recover All Loot. The committee has received over 200 complaints of corruption amounting to more than $20 billion in recoverable funds. Mahama has directed the Attorney General and Minister of Justice to launch investigations into these allegations, stating that Ghana will no longer be a safe haven for corruption. However, some Ghanaians have criticized him for discontinuing cases against his former allies on trial. And so it goes on and it goes on and it goes on. Into this is the Ken Ofori Atta issue, how BBC reported on it. I don't know whether BBC for they don't have comments. Into BBC for reporting it was some ways to say people all over the world decided to react to it, right? As you are seeing right on your screen. Osha BBC for reporting in, and then let me show you. So far BBC for reporting I'm not sure it has gotten to 24 hours yet, but so far we are close to 500,000 people and I just say Ehusa reporting. Now let's read comments and see how some of these 500,000 people reacted to this story. I say fugitive ex-minister, ha 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 ha. If Ken Ofori Atta was indeed innocent, what couldn't he just avail himself for interrogation? Man probably felt guilty and had to use the whole "I am sick" excuse. Here we are now. No. Now on this platform, and I'm a troll and krata. Samuni amobeka I'm a troll letter man. Hospital na. Yes, Ken Ofori Atta or no. Now that letter, I think say after writing that letter, I just received a generic response. Me catch say letter no metro we are mema mwati as a response amomame. I think I just received a generic response. It wasn't really, but Osha generic response now. Basically, no normal term say baby I may throw letter naba no the wrong place. But I've also seen email. Baby I may send email now. That's what they were telling me. Say it was a wrong place. But I've also seen a report from Kevin Taylor. Me who video from Kevin Taylor. Kevin Taylor actual letter kwa koma omo so a response, and I'll do a reaction on that. Don't worry, I'll do a reaction on that on a different video. I have to extract that Kevin Taylor report and then read so that you understand. Because Osha response now on the Kevin Taylor now, it's confusing. Okay, it's very 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 confusing. And, I don't know. We'll get to the bottom of that. Now I'll say there is an NDC woman who is supposed to be in jail called Sedinam, and she's hiding in the US. This government hasn't issued for her arrest, but is going after opponents. To be so some work and say NDC. Maybe America a friend said Dinam or no so America. I buy no issue. And you see the funny thing is that and there Frank Davis or no is it Frank was it okay anyway Frank Davis and there was also a Ken Ofori Atta. Say Ken Ofori Atta yare or abrochi na ni kwan so oba na nyama no. Na ono ane party omo aban mu no. Emra said dinam so ye try na wono so kwa abrochi so wo yare no. These were the same people that no so mo so omo mpene. So you see anyway, I say okay obi be converti just say senior Ghana for you serious so. Omo converti ako different languages. Omo converti ako different languages so that obi read ya na oye krofufronia na wehu nti say how to find Ken Ofori Atta on Interpol headquarters. Visit the official Interpol website, scroll down and click on red alert, type nothing, keep scrolling, find Ken Ofori Atta in the list, go out to get it. Once found, send a WhatsApp message or call 055-449-4499 or 055-448-4488. $50,000 reward for credible information. Ken Ofori Atta ne reward no. Obi a obe show baby Ken Ofori Atta wa ye be chi no. Ye be ma $50,000. Hey, and they all broche dia and they way their bounty hunting no. $50,000. I never knew. Say eno ne dey ato Ken Ofori Atta so. Etefo, is it true? Is it true say Ken Ofori Atta $50,000 ne dey ato ne so? Charlie. Hey, into obi aba betron wo kasa bebremu. Wow. I see Charlie, oral masacid. This is very good and refreshing. Ne bakono just or the aye we yo or trono Arabic ne name. I say arrest that fraud. Into we ye American ni or you be o okay, I'm say watina Canada. I say arrest that fraud. I say with love in Ghana's heart, you were made a minister, but little did we know your heart was evil. He showed no mercy in destroying a beautiful heart. Sack him to face his consequences. Why is he running? I say homie got caught lacking. And he clearly no when so it looks like onye Ghana ni and the react say, hey Charlie. I say he's a criminal fugitive. We need him to account for his criminal act. I say Ekufuado is next. I say well. This is coming from when so here account no onye Ghana ni. I say well. Looks like someone's international travel plans just got a whole lot more complicated. Guess those glasses couldn't help him see this coming. Oh. I think Ken Ofori Atta ne glasses no me glasses I was sharing we who the ever I say make it imrofufu so omo ye bia o obroni na wa ba pass our comment no obi say hey Ken I say good CNN Africa do the needful. We define the money, clear our energy debt. Al Jazeera intino obi aba betake target Al Jazeera ni CNN ha workers are monsoon reporting. Obi so say a political witch hunt. The current minister shall face same predicament after their term of office. So obi say we a political witch hunt na if Ken Ofori Atta case no be doing. You still think Ken Ofori Atta same way na ya asem a even MPP for kra no oka Ken Ofori Atta asem a wo mon di Ken Ofori Atta chi because o mon ni na kra no mon pe Ken Ofori Atta send you obu send you no ye finance minister wo krom ha. And so if you still have people saying say Ken Ofori Atta the oye no fencing political witch hunts there, then clearly no you don't really understand what's going on. I say please retweet. And number 9 on the boy nini. Or see anyone with information on the whereabouts of this individual should alert the office by calling or sending a WhatsApp message to. But I'm not seeing the bounty. Bounty now is here at so $50,000. I'm not seeing it here. Anyway, I see he's involved in some very corrupt, shady deals, misappropriation of funds meant for the poor, etc. Arrest him wherever you see him. He's fleeing accountability by hiding in Europe, America, or the Caribbean. He's a dubious character and a pretender. As he declaring a man wanted without any court finding him guilty of any wrongdoing. Very unfortunate. Until being so as a what can I say court ain't who say Ken Ofori Atta di bonibia. The entire ye declare wanted. Do you think say what people don't know is say special prosecutor no wa being a wombramu. Do you think say yama ne office to me say womundi declare be wanted without the use of the court nanka special prosecutor no besa e to de bia na some of you no mo kasa te say de as a Ghana ha no enkrofo nim de omo ye Sana omeka say chema untumi aye koche no chema untumi aye koche no until say omko petition shraj na shraj beka say oh chema untumi a Iroko for kokoche no everything was legal na afi de NPP for omo hu de ombeka bia and chema untumi na ni video about war no because he knows deep down say anyway. I see a job for the bounty hunters, right? I say a bounty should be put on him to speed up the extradition process. We are running out of patience. I say if you see him anywhere, please tie him up and call the police. Not for police, but it will be funny. It will be funny say if you are gonna need be who no krom na gana ni na ka say me ma won ko e wa abrochi me ma won ko oda Interpol red notice, so it will be extremely funny. I don't know. I see if not Ken Ofori Atta, I have never heard the word Interpol before. I only know Liverpool. He always wears white. Now they put red on him. He's a disgrace to Ghana. I see the number of people that have died because of this man, only God knows. I now understand why Nanado was reluctant sacking him, even when his own MPs raised against him. I am still an MPP, but fine. I am still an MPP, but find this man. We need our money or go to jail. In Tinibako also a MPP need here. Now so Ken Ofori Atta no no. Na yehia yesika anase wonko je. Say he's wanted alive or slightly manhandled, like the way he manhandled Ghana's finances. Say Ken is a criminal and he must come and face justice. He and his family have caused a lot of havoc to our economy by their corrupt deals. Say Alexander Mahon could get us this guy in 2 minutes. I remember when he used Bible quotations, not knowing his heart was pure evil. This criminal must be arrested and prosecuted for financial loss caused to Ghana through his incompetent and corrupt management of the Ghanaian economy. Ken Ofori Atta is a criminal. In Ghana, petty theft cases are adjudicated with the speed of light and poor corporates thrown in our poor conditioned prisons to rot, while the nation wreckers just run out of town with their loot. Their bad governance suffocated many people to their early graves. Why is he hiding? Anyone who brings him gets $300,000 from me. Hey, sir, obi chicken over money $300,000. This thief is residing in US. Please arrest him and deport him to Ghana. Here we go. The UK should do the right thing. Send him back home. No corrupt official should find space in the UK. If he's innocent, let him come home and prove it. But you see, some people also called me to tell me, say, Ken Ofori Atta is hiding in UK. In fact, Oshia Hospital, Minnesota Hospital, and not say Ken Ofori Atta or US. So, is it that he's hiding in a different country? And here that Ghana former Yema Ghana for GD say or my fufru bimuana. I don't know. Because Ken Ofori Atta easily he could be hiding in UK. And a letter about Bontia year train and say or America. And you know, Ghana for better show America, sir. And UK so hiding will be he doesn't need to go out. Oshe can obiti say Ken Ofori Atta nisika or what? He doesn't need to go out anywhere. Ati say Bibia will hear biano or Obewon Crawford around on Beto Amano. And you know, I don't know, but this is going to be a very interesting one. Extremely interesting. I'll say, what a disgrace. The money you steal by the shame, greedy achims. As a bounty hunters, let's go. As a Ghana's fugitive ex-minister, life sometimes comes at you fast. We should all learn from this. Untouchable today, a fugitive tomorrow. And that was what I was saying yesterday. Say, Iriasi way, Yama to me, say to me, no, Shiniye. Because it be and there, who to me, Tia also be to me, you will be at the ope, or China be, it be an unquanko banesa. I say, one man caused an entire country to suffer, and when it was time to be held accountable, he chose to run away. I say, we need him in Ghana to account for his stewardship. I say, he's a thief. He stole from Ghanaians, and now he's on the run. I say, we are global, baby. Bring him home. I say, BBC Africa, this is where Ghanaians expect you to spread the tentacles of your journalism so that this fugitive who has caused so many lives in Ghana to be apprehended as soon as possible. Other international media, Al Jazeera, CNN, should spread the news. Or see, here we go. Obinzo say, why can't the OSP travel to his location and find out if the man is sick or not? He did that with Adam Mahama outside the country. Why can't he do same with Ken Ofori Atta? I understand why he loses every case in court now. This is political witch hunting. Or say, this guy has done unimaginable things, took decisions that plunged Ghanaians into unheard records of poverty, caused a bank collapse crisis, $2 billion plus, awarded contracts to nieces, who was then President Akufo-Addo's daughter, 30 million plus, National Cathedral, 58 million plus, 58 million. Guess what? And he goes, and it goes on. Charlie, Ghana for Kasapa or comment anymore. I say he must be brought back to come and face accountability. I say this man is very evil and corrupt. He stole so much from Ghana, collapsed banks of competitors, stole pensioners' funds, and ran down the economy of Ghana. Help us locate and extradite him. I say the said minister is a criminal and a rogue. I say it won't go anywhere. This is Africa. I say, was Chachuchi Kata and Victor Salome in a better health condition before they were sentenced? I say the matter has reached headquarters. I say long overdue. The first government official of a country who attempted to open a government account in a tax haven, and the first official to attempt establishing an unethical unemployment insurance in a country. But these are the very tiny sins. Imagine the big ones. I say he always wore white whenever he was about to do something evil, and quotes the Bible to make people think he's an angel. Obi say tyranny. I say his business in Ghana must be frozen. What one is that? I say his bounty is 87 million berries. Obi say hits. I say power is transient indeed. He should be towed back to the country to face repercussions. I say this is embarrassing. I say he is believed to be hiding in one of the following countries: USA, UK, South Africa, Cayman Island, and France. These countries should arrest him immediately and extradite him back to Ghana. He destroyed the beautiful country called Ghana and ran away from justice. I say this is serious and dangerous. At this point, our politics is turning into tit for tat. I say this is right. I say this is right decision. You can't destroy a beautiful country like Ghana and abscond to another country to enjoy your ill-looted funds. Arrest and extradite him back to Ghana to face the full force of the law. I say, the guy is just wicked. He didn't see this coming. I say, a disgrace to your family and children. Talk and do. John Dramani Mahama, give me 5. I say, this man destroyed Ghana's economy and we are still reeling from its devastating effect. I say, there is a precedent that's also wanted. You are going to help nab him? I say, he has caused the untimely death of many pensioners because he dipped his hand in their pension packages, all in the name of debt restructuring after deliberate mismanagement of the economy. I say, he's running away from justice with sickness excuse. He was a very wicked minister, a cousin of the then president, so was untouchable. He destroyed Ghana's economic fundamentals with nepotism and cronies. I say the most dangerous man in Ghana right now. I say mood, I say correct, I say love to see it, I say critical, I say find him for us. I say what this man did to Ghana under his brother's administration is crazy. He's the only finance minister that his one party MPs and minister wanted him out. That his own party MP and minister wanted him out of government. That's his legacy. I say this guy must be brought home by force to face the law. Such a criminal wasted 8 years of our life while he and his family were enjoying. Greedy man, he can run, but he can't hide. I say he's worsening his case. I say fugitive saying, I say over $6 billion na akwa we edi. Uhuna sano nipa bonini biara enchen no. We comment over $6 billion na akwa we edi. Uhuna sano nipa bonini biara enchen no. I say Donald Trump, please, can you get your men to get us this guy. Or say patriotism is nowhere to be found. Anyway, let's read where your comments, no, right? But if who will be a or X and Twitter, unim say, real comments na the quoted tweets, no. What you say? The quotes, no. That's where the real comments are. And so now let's read the real comments as well. Or see, hey, obisi, hey, obisi, the thing reach international. Obisi inimguase, obisi we global. Obia counter, or say dangerous decision. Or say, hey, it reach here. I say, regardless of politics, this is not a good look for Ghana at all. Yeah, this is not a good look for who? It is a good look for Ghana. It is a better look for Ghana. Now yet chrome her. But you see, Omomoka says it's not a good look for Ghana. Let me explain to you. Yet chrome her. They be assembling a yard near Kafa, the Asian countries. So, Obeti, you see, be a China, former minister be ye kuno, ana ye kukuno, ana ya China to prison. The NTR, wakobo chrono, something $1 million, me boy. So, some stories never. Is it not a good look for the country? It is a good look for the country because people are saying, so on my way, who nim now koko sika, yem ma won fanko. It is a Ghana. Bibi say you see, na ye declare minister ne wanted that. O say it is not a good look for Ghana. It is a good look, it's a proper look for Ghana. Everyone who says that, hey, wow, so the country can do this against their own former minister, then this country, they are serious. That is why Nigerians are happy. And there was a comment be an Nigeria ni be say, hey, Chale Unyayanka, Nigeria, I yet said, dear Ghana, you know. So wow, Waka says it's not a good look for Ghana, Biano. You don't know what you are talking about. I say, can't ever feel pity for a Ghanaian politician. I say, bring his Stephen Bible quoting as bring his Stephen Bible quoting as home for justice. Aboa. Hey. I say, I liked Ken a lot. He should have left when the applause was loudest. If he did any wrong against the state, he should avail himself and face the music. Inti waitress or no Ken Ofori Atta ba asempa. Bembra na ya shas ye say ye can say Ken e ye kodo satam na ka so okọ. Gidi o kai ne. As a good name is better than riches, I now understand. As a Ghana's fugitive ex-minister, as his bounty is 87 million berries, only alive. As Frank Davis called OSP's declaration a bluff, right? He has not been helpful to his clients at all. I love this trend, but when are they issuing one for Tamakulu? Chew. A. Nimguase. BBC to go paint. BBC to go paint them well. Fugitive ex-minister. What we've got so far is entertainment on the international scene. Solid 100. 20 years from today, we can look back with evidence that he was a thief. Until be somehow what can they say? Well, 20 years from now, on the senior and the ababe dani debates. President Akufo-Addo Ebusian for nimpenyu ne chese ne papa ne wafanom JB Dankwamo. Ghana fo bi mo ka se o da bi JB Dankwamo bo man ne form ebi mo so ka se da bi omo na no mo ye the real patriots no. Obi asema o kan say yes embre bi beba e bia Ken Ofori Atta ne President Akufo-Addo Ebusianfo bi nso be san so pejo muti se wo mo beje Ghana sa time no mbebo Akufo-Addo din abo Ken Ofori Atta din enti digital footprint no wo ho Ghana fo be twa atro mo se he wo ofa Ken Ofori Atta ana wo papa Ken Ofori Atta na wo pese ne din ti oba bebu Ghana ana oba be di Ghana so no sebe krono a wo boy ni na Ghana fo atwen sa BBC report we ayeden amomo. So that's what someone is saying. I say pray for times like this. I say ajeta ta. I say oh we global now. I say asem no aye critical. See nimguasi akwaba. I say a good dancer knows when to leave the stage. Terrible character. I say I remember how I will be glued to the TV anytime there's finance budget reading. Not because I'm interested in policies, but because he will quote scriptures. I say yes, Al Jazeera should do same. He should come and answer for his works. I say, oh, Charlie, slow. So, I mean, this is the... obviously, I can't read all of the comments. But this is how BBC reported on Ken Ofori Atta's case and how the whole world is sort of reacting. I mean, basically, we are saying the whole world reacted, but basically, in Ghana, for Dodona, they reacted. At I say 111, and Grofo Bako Mienu bi. Omonso in free Ghana. and I just say omo surprised say bibi say anyway. Montreal mo your comment box ni mo. Me da say